Hello everyone and welcome to another Singerreise video podcast. My name is Jonathan Silvia and I'm your host. Thanks for joining us. It's been a while since we've done a video about Winterreise. It was a little bit of a longer break after Gast than I intended. Of course, we have had our Singerreise adventures since then. We had the Winterreise concert itself. We also did 2 interviews on Singerreise. We did our first book review, and we even had a 3-part series on memorization. But of course, I always wanted to come back to Winterreise. I still intend to do all 24 pieces in the cycle. So, in this video, I present number 11, Frühlingstraum. Let's take a few minutes to review and get back up to speed with what has happened in Winterreise up to this point. Back in number 8, Rückblick, the wanderer set off at a dead run, trying to put a little bit of distance between himself and the town. In number 9, Irrlicht, we find the wanderer may have overdone the running just a little bit because he starts seeing these ghostly lights and he follows them off of the path a little bit. In number 10, Gast, the wanderer decides that he really must take a rest, and even though his legs want to just keep on going. And so he breaks into a charcoal burner's hut and tries to lie down, only to find that his legs are too warm to want to get any sleep. Our wanderer does manage to nod off eventually. You can tell by looking at the title for this piece, number 11, Frühlingstraum, which of course means Spring Dream. It has a subtitle as well, 3 songs, each sung twice. You won't find that subtitle anywhere on the score, but the most distinctive feature about this piece are its 3 parts. Let's start with the first part. In the first part, the wanderer is dreaming in a pastoral 6/8 time, dreaming about the flowers that bloom in the spring, tra-la, and about birds singing. The accompaniment is simple and friendly. It actually harkens back a little bit to a Mozartian time. The melody is charming and frolicking. In the second part, a rooster crows and it startles the wanderer awake, finding himself in the pre-dawn darkness. Here, the music gets very fast and harsh and, of course, in a minor key. The accompaniment here is chords that seem to pound away, and there's also some sudden dynamic changes, as if the wanderer was just trying to catch his breath all of a sudden. There's also a rude rooster crowing figure in the piano part, because, well, Schubert can't help himself when it comes to word painting. The third part is longer and slower than the previous 2. Here the music changes from the compound 6/8 time that we had before into a 2/4 time, and we return to a major key. Here it seems like the wanderer is trying to calm himself back down again. At the same time, he notices that there are leaves on the window panes. In case you forgot, this piece isn't from Frühlingstraum, it's from Winterreise. So, yes, he's talking about frost on the window panes. Now, yes, I know this is the Pacific Northwest and we're not used to seeing frost that much anymore. So, maybe it wasn't that obvious. Anyway, the wanderer kind of chuckles at his own cleverness or poeticness and manages to fall back asleep again. And then it starts the process all over again, back to the beginning. So we're back in the first part. For this Frühlingstraum, the wanderer remembers being in love. He remembers a beautiful maiden and hearts and kisses and being generally happy. But then the rooster crows. This time around, though, he just simply kind of sits in the darkness and he thinks about his dream. He closes his eyes again and he feels that his heart is still warm from the dream. He asks when the leaves on the window pane are going to turn green like spring. And then he asks, when is he going to hold his Liebchen, his love, in his arms? The hardest part about this piece is the 6 stanzas of text, and making sure that the first verse and the second verse don't get mixed up together. After that, though, is trying to come up with exactly the right affect for each of the 3 parts. It's even a little bit harder than that. You have to come up with exactly the right affect for each line independently. You can't listen to the music either for this one. Sometimes the music and the text seem to agree with each other. But other times in this one, they go different directions. Here's a couple of examples of this occurring in this piece. The first time it happens is at the end of the first verse, where the music is turning a little melancholy and the wanderer drifts back to sleep in order to dream his second dream. Here, the music is melancholy, but the text reads, "You'd probably laugh at this dreamer for seeing flowers blooming in the winter." It's a little bit of a funny and sarcastic little statement. It can't be sung too serious or melancholy like the music would suggest. They need to be a little bit different. The other example is in the fast part of the second verse. Here, again, we have the rooster crow and the music all of a sudden picks up. But the second line of the fast part is where the wanderer sits down quietly and alone, and he starts thinking about the dream that he just had. So you can't sing it all bouncy and out of breath. It has to be introspective, maybe a little legato, despite the fast tempo that's going on. It really keeps you on your toes. Anyway, if you want to find out more about Winterreise or about the life of a working opera singer, check out our official website, singerreise.com. There you'll find several articles and some links to resources about singing. You can also follow along at facebook.com/Singerreise, and there, when you visit, make sure to hit that like button and to share the posts with all of your friends. Tell them about all of the wonderful things you're learning on Singerreise. You can, of course, subscribe to this YouTube channel, which you are watching right now. Subscribing lets you receive email updates every single time a new video is released. Finally, there's patreon.com/Singerreise, and this one's pretty important. You can support Singerreise financially by becoming a patron at patreon.com. Now, if this is your first Singerreise video, well, welcome, and we're glad to have you. But if you've seen a few of them by now, really, I'm talking to you. You're the ones that I need to become patrons. Patron levels start at just $1 or a few per month, so really there's no excuse. Anybody can become a patron. You specifically can become a patron. Now, of course, as a reward for becoming a patron, there are some patron exclusives only available at Patreon. So I encourage you to check out the website, patreon.com/Singerreise. Take a look at some of the rewards there. And also, while you're there, take a look at some of the goals that I have for Singerreise. I have a lot of plans in store for where I want to take Singerreise in the future. And your being a part of that is essential for this to move forward. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy this presentation of Frühlingstraum.
Ich träumte von bunten Blumen, so wie sie wohl blühen im Mai. Ich träumte von grünen Wiesen, von lustigem Volksgeschrei, von lustigem Volksgeschrei. Und aus die Hände griffen, da ward mein Augen wach, da war es kalt und finster, es schrien die Raben vom Dach. Da war es kalt und finster, es schrien die Raben vom Dach. lieb Liebe, von einer schönen Maid, von Herzen und von Küssen, von Wonne und Selig